So there's some things scientifically that can't be explained. One of the things that physicists still can't explain today, or they know how it works, but they can't understand why. Kind of like gravity. They know how gravity works, but they don't know why gravity works. Is a thing called the nuclear force or the dark force. Sounds like Star Wars, but basically, they can't figure out why an atom holds together. What is holding the atom together? It should be falling apart because the opposites should attract and the same thing should be pushing each other apart, and yet the nucleus of an atom, everything is holding together. Why is it holding together? They can't figure that out. Well, there probably is a natural cause for why everything holds together, but what this passage is actually saying is that the reason why, the purpose of it is because it is to reveal how Jesus holds all things together by the word of his power. To the smallest particle of the universe, the nucleus of an atom, Jesus is holding things together. And the further you get away from Jesus, the more things begin to fall apart. Do you know what happens when you split an atom? Any of you ever watched YouTube on this? Or you could have learned it in school, I guess. I watched it on YouTube. When you split an atom, it creates an incredible amount of heat and power. That's how nuclear bombs work. One of the reasons that they use plutonium and uranium in a nuclear bomb is because those are unstable compounds. They're a lot of flux, and it's easier to split the atoms of those two compounds when they're put together. And when you split an atom, when you split the nucleus of an atom, it's just incredible amount of energy and power. And so that's what nuclear bombs are made of. A lot of people think that the world's going to end because of nuclear war. I mean, we're going to blow each other up, mushroom clouds all over the place, and then the universe is over. It's interesting that the scripture in 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10 says something similar to that, but it says that there will come a day when the elemental or the fundamental elements of the world are just going to dissolve. And that's kind of what happens when you split an atom. There's this diffusion that happens, and it's almost as if Jesus just decides one day, I'm not going to keep holding things together anymore. I'm going to let this creation fall apart so that I can recreate it, a new heaven and a new earth. Jesus is not just the creator of all things that are, he is the sustainer. So you want your marriage put back together, then bring it closer to the power and the person of Jesus. You want your finances, they're in disorder, everything is falling apart, then bring your financial portfolio underneath the kingship or the lordship of Jesus Christ, because the closer you get to Jesus, the more things get put back together. He's not just the creator of physical things, it is metaphysical things, emotional things, relational things, and the closer we bring it to him, the more things are put together, and the further away from him we get, the more things begin to fall apart.